Hey guys, this is Venomous here, and I got a brand new OTGT for you right now. So now, the game I'm going to be talking about is not just a single game. I'm going to be talking about a franchise, okay? And it hasn't really taken flight here in the States, because it's kind of gone underneath the radar a little bit because a lot of people don't really get the gist of it, so I'm going to give it its credit due now. I'm going to give it some recognition. And the game franchise I'm talking about is Monster Hunter. Now, I'm a fan of this series. I play this on the PSP, okay, with a couple buddies of mine. A friend of mine got me into the series way back when it first came out on the PSP, and I've been playing ever since. This in particular here, this is a demo UMD from Comic-Con 2009 from Capcom's booth, where I went to go check out TVC, or Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and all the other games for the first time. I picked this up, and I got a bunch of other stuff for the game along the way. So, anyway, here it is, in case you guys can't see it. This is a demo from Comic-Con. Anyway, here it is in a nutshell. Monster Hunter is an RPG without a story, where basically it throws you into pretty much this town where you could actually fight and hunt monsters and create your own weapons and armor from them. Now, the cool thing about this is that you could jump in it with a bunch of friends, which is the best way to play this game, where you jump in with about 4 other friends and you go and you hunt monsters. And from those monsters, when you kill a monster and you complete a quest, you take its body parts and you create weapons and armor from that. And you could get a variety of different weapons and armors and different mixes of combinations and stuff. They literally have a weapon set and an armor set for every single monster that is in any of the games, literally. There's hundreds and hundreds of monsters where each have their own behavioral patterns and their own different stuff. The whole game itself, the environment, like when you're actually playing it, the environment is supposed to mimic an artificial ecosystem, which is really cool, especially if you're just, like if you're running around the map and you're not really attacking or in battle or with anything, and you take time to actually look around you, you can actually see the animals, the different monsters and stuff, interacting with both themselves and the environment around them, and other animals that are within the vicinity. It's so cool, because you could actually see like a raptor hunt like an actual cow-looking thing, what's called meat tanks in that game, which is basically just these big walking, cow-looking elephants things, where you basically hunt them and you get like raw meat out of them. That's another thing. When you're playing the game and the different body parts of what you get, and you, besides armor and weapons and stuff, you actually make items for yourself, like actual items to help you in battle. You can make potions to help heal yourself. You can make and cook. You could actually cook meat in this game to give you stamina for running and doing different special moves and stuff, which is really cool. What else can I say about it? Like, basically, like I said, it mimics an MMO where you're thrown into this town and you basically, everything around you in the hub town is, at your disposal, where you have your own farm. You can actually grow different raw materials to make different items. You have a blacksmith and an armor smith, so that way you could get different weapons and armor. You have a training area where you could actually practice against different monsters that you would normally hunt in the main game. And you could also jump in there with your friends, which is really cool. They have a section in there which is the hall, where basically it's like the gathering spot for all the players that go into the game, where you could basically just meet up. Like if you have a bunch of PSP players around you and they're all playing the same game, you could get into one hall and interact with each other just like an MMO would, which is pretty cool. Now, the couple bad things about this game is that it's very hard to control, which what puts a lot of people off on this game. There is no lock-on feature to the monsters, so one of the big problems with this game is that you're always fighting the camera in order to see what's in front of you. And it turns off a lot of people. Like, some of the people that actually have stuck in with it have what's called the hook method, like on the PSP, and also, I guess they used to do it back in the PS2 days, or unless they use the second analog stick, where basically you hook yourself on the PSP like so, where you basically take your PSP, and instead of using the actual, thumb, use your index finger and use your thumb to control the analog stick and your middle finger to control the L button. The rest is all pretty much straightforward. And that puts a lot of people off, which kind of sucks a little bit, because, had there been like a lock-on feature to the different monsters, a lot of people would have picked up this game, and there would have been more positive feedback about it. But besides that, there also hasn't been a lot of publicity from Capcom about this game, just because of people not being so, thrilled about it. So there wasn't really a lot of commercials, except for, when they have Monster Hunter Freedom United. But it's very big in Japan. You know, in Japan, they actually have an MMO for this franchise called Monster Hunter Frontier, which from recently has been announced is coming to the Xbox 360 in Japan. And I really do hope it comes here in America on the 360 or on the PS3, you know, because this franchise really does deserve some credit for being pretty good. They have a new one on the Wii called Monster Hunter Tri, which, you know, looks phenomenal, and it's awesome because you actually get to play online with your friends, you know, a 4-man group like that in this game, which is really cool. And I encourage anybody to pick this game up and try it with a bunch of their friends, because it's a different type of experience. Like, you guys might suck and you guys might be tumbling all over the place, or, you know, stumbling all over and stuff, but you'll have a great time socializing with your friends. It's better than playing this game and having a really bad time with it alone. At least with friends, it's a great opportunity for everybody to interact with each other. So pretty much, yeah, you guys should definitely check it out. You know, give it a chance. You know, stick with it for a little bit. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not the end of the world. At least you tried it out. You know, at least try to support this game. And for all the Monster Hunter fans out there, you know, here is your little opportunity. It's pretty good. You know, I like it. I enjoy it. I hope, you know, it could be improved upon by Capcom. And that's about it. This has been another OTGT, and that was only the goddamn truth. Venomous out, people. Talk to you later.